Thanks everyone and welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti. Well, overnight thunderstorms moved through our area. This is from earlier right here at KREM 2. And as you listen in, you can hear the crackling as that thunder and lightning moved through the area, startling a lot of people who were trying to sleep. You can see the lightning hit our tower again at KREM 2 earlier this morning. And if you have any videos or photos of the lightning that you'd like to share, please do so. You can text them to 509-448-2000, and they may end up right here on KREM 2. And take a look at some of the great pictures and videos that you sent us already from home. And you can see everything hit us last night, from lightning, and we have got obviously some big hail there. I mean, that is some chunky hail as that storm just moved through the area. Now take a live look outside here at 12:01. And you can see what a difference just a few hours seems to make. Lots more clear skies after a very, very active morning. So to track it all and let us know where we're going, meteorologist Jeremy Legoo standing by in the sunshine, I might add.
Yes.
No hail right now, no lightning right now in the Weather Center, but it was a crazy morning.
It was an absolutely crazy morning. And Laura, let me take a moment for a teachable moment here. You heard in that video, our producer Cody was out back of KREM 2 Studios, and he said he was walking underneath that tower and he could hear the electricity in those lines and even saw a couple of sparks and thought, what is going on? So he pulled out his phone to film it, because after all, he does work in news and that's what we're all trained to do, film everything. And he started filming what was going on, and that's when the lightning hit. And I said, Cody, lightning never gives you a warning. However, every once in a rare while it does. And that warning is that crackling sound, that sound of electricity in the air, the static there. And so when you hear that, you should make your way indoors as fast as possible, and that might just save your life. And he said, why didn't I know that before? And so now I'm taking that moment to teach everyone at home. When it comes to our changing weather, it is changing a bit. We're already up into the mid 60s, and it is that mix of clouds and sun. We're going to go ahead and call this mostly cloudy with a few peaks of sunshine as we move through the day. Similar story in Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint. They got a little more cloud cover that they're dealing with, but 70s out in central Washington and plenty of sunshine. We are going to see a few of these storms grow a little more widespread this afternoon down to our south around the Palouse. That's just lingering moisture. We're going to heat that up with the day. We're going to lift that up into the atmosphere. We're going to get a few more showers and storms rumbling through. A lot of that activity stays south of Interstate 90 and up in the mountains for the most part. You at home are done with the moisture, and I think that includes us here in Spokane. Elsewhere, you might see one of those isolated rumbles of thunder a little later on this afternoon. Now, when it comes to our morning rain, we saw quite a bit. And you're going to have to stick around to find out just how much we got, and we'll talk about some of that hail as well. But for now, I'm going to send you back to Laura, knowing that later on today, we'll see our temps climb into the upper 60s, near 70, and a couple of isolated storms around the inland northwest.
All right, my friend, thank you. Coming in new at noon, the day has finally come. It is official. The city approved Spokane's new flag design last night, and today it is flying over City Hall for the very first time. Nicole Hernandez tells us about the design and also the significance of Flag Day.
Yeah, so just a couple of hours ago, there was actually a little bit of a party outside here at City Hall. They were celebrating the brand new flag for the city of Spokane. Now that all happened at 10 this morning, just outside of City Hall. Everyone was celebrating the new flag. There were first come, first served prizes for people who came down here. The Flag Commission chair, city council liaison, and flag artist were all here celebrating. Now let's talk a little bit about the artist, Derek Landers. He has actually had this flag design since all the way back in 2019. Derek said that before today, he had seen a few Spokanites printing out the flags and posting pictures of them online. But today was the first day that he actually got to see his design on a flag in person flying over City Hall. He said he's really happy that the new flag is finally official.
The hope is that the design itself will become adopted and synonymous with Spokane. So, that's why I avoided doing things like putting the clock tower on it.
So he's really just hoping that this new flag really becomes a symbol for Spokane, something that people think of just like the clock tower and the pavilion when they come here. In Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, thank you. It's beautiful, and the city of Walla Walla beginning its own process to find a new city flag. So in Walla Walla, they are down to 6 finalists, and the city is asking folks who live there to weigh in. So take a look at the designs, 6 of them. The city opened submissions for people to submit their designs last spring. The project was interrupted by the pandemic, but they're back on track now. Voting will be available on the city's website. Voting opened on Monday and will remain open until the 28th. The 3 flags with the most votes will go to the City Art Commission, and then they will make that final decision. Well, happening right now, if you're looking for a gig, you're in luck. Northern Quest Casino is holding a job fair for their hotel operations. There are 90 jobs available at last report, and the fair is open from now until 5 o'clock this evening. It's happening at the Kalispell Ballroom. That's just off the hotel lobby. They're offering full and part-time jobs. All applicants must be 18 years or older, and you need to bring a resume and 2 forms of valid ID. So if you would like to receive priority interviews, head to Northern Quest website on your screen. We've put that there, and check it out. Also happening today, vaccinated people in Washington are getting another shot at winning more than 200 prizes, of course, all through the Washington lottery, and that does include a $250,000 prize and also college tuition for kids ages 12 to 17. If you have at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, you are automatically entered. Following last week's drawing, 103 of the 248 prizes were never claimed. So the lottery says people are rightfully suspicious, adding they've received calls about scams associated with the vaccine lottery. The lottery's assistant director says last week's $250,000 winner did take the proper steps.
So he took our phone call. And then he did his research. He called our office to check to make sure that the person truly worked at Washington's lottery. We want everybody to do that.
And then he gets the prize. So everything that is unclaimed will have new names drawn again on July 13th, which will be the final day. The exception is the tuition prizes. If those are not claimed within 72 hours, they do immediately pick another winner. All right, looking ahead, the local dispensary Apex Cannabis will hold their first vaccination clinic. That is coming up on Thursday. They are participating in what's called the Joints for Jabs initiative. People can sign up to receive the Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and then they will give out a free joint to people getting the vaccine. Pre-registered people will get an extra 25% off their purchase. Walk-ins will get 15% off. So still to come right here on KREM 2 News at noon, Spokane County's vaccination rates are lagging behind the rest of the state as a whole. And then this as well, stress among teachers during the pandemic is potentially steering them away from the profession. And then also Pfizer has an update on one of the variants.